Yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people, you are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. Let's kickstart things with Galal Ufai, 32-year-old UK flyweight contender, my guys. My people, this past weekend, he caught a hit on his record, now standing at 9 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, and 7 coming via KO. His opponent, Francisco Rodriguez, also 32, a Mexican fighter. Well, he uplifts his very own record to 40 wins, 6 losses, 0 draws, my guys, and 27 coming via KO. As you can see there, both came in with power, but Rodriguez is counted on the night as he went on to drop Ufai in the 12th round before finally getting the win via unanimous decision and walking away with Ufai's WBC interim strap, my guys, my people. But Rodriguez's win was not unexpected. It was not unexpected. I actually thought that Ufai will face a lot of turbulence in this fight, and he may actually lose. I thought he may actually lose. And Rodriguez, who is by far the experienced fighter, and only really lost to the best. 2 names I can name for you that he has lost to. We have Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, a 4-division champion and a real legend in and around the small weight classes, my guys, my people. The other name, we have Junto Nakatani, who is now a unified champion in the bantamweight division and is expected to move up 1 weight class to meet Naoya Inoue. So we all know who Naoya Inoue is. And so, judging from those 2 names, top names that Rodriguez has only lost to amongst 4 other top names, my guys, goes to show you the caliber of a fighter who Rodriguez is, my guys, my people. Now, the fight itself, Ufai spent a lot of his time in the pocket, and the commentary themselves, they were thinking this is the wrong style that Ufai is using against Rodriguez. But I thought to myself, which other style could he use? Since Ufai's debut in 2022, that is how he's been fighting. I remember the 3rd fight of his career against Gohan, what was his name? Gohan Rodriguez Garcia. Ufai beat him via split decision, and he spent a lot of time in the pocket, a real battle of attrition, and he was getting hit a lot in that fight. The following year, he went up against Rocco Santa Mero, my guys, my people. The same thing, my guys, my people. So from then on, I thought to myself, so Ufai, this is a fighter we have here that likes to fight in the pocket, turn it into a real battle of attrition, but does not keep his head off the line. So his head is there to get hit. Does not use the ring much, does not use too many angles, and does not create enough space to be a real effective counter puncher either. And that is exactly how it played out in his fight against Rodriguez, my guys, my people. But what really separated Rodriguez from Ufai, his speed was too much for Ufai, and the volume, Ufai just couldn't keep up. He just couldn't keep up, my guys. He got dropped in the 1st round, got dropped in the 7th round as well. The referee didn't call it as a droppage. I accept, because it looked like he was bundled down after he was hurt. But the 12th round, when he got dropped, real legitimate, my guys, my people. And of course, as you know, Rodriguez, he got the win via unanimous decision, and he's now calling out the WBC champion, Kenshiro Taraji, a Japanese fighter. So yeah, he wants to get a title shot. As for Ufai, what can he do at the age of 32? He's no spring chicken. And in that division, there are a lot of sharks swimming in the water, because look at Rodriguez's record, 6 losses. That means there are 6 or more potential fighters that could be an obstacle to Ufai along the way, that could stop him from even, possibly being a champion. He does have enough skill though to grab a vacant title, but that's it at best, you know. But looking on the bright side, 32, but he's still an Olympian, gold medalist. I don't know how much stock that will carry in the in his pro career, because many people have gone on from being Olympians to the pros and not really made any success of the pros. That may well be Galal Ufai, my guys, my people. But however, he is a fresh 32-year-old. He's not had too many fights, only 10 fights in total, my guys. So they just wait and see what he can do to rebuild and bring himself back, my guys, my people. But with that said, that's all I have for you regarding Ufai. Let's move on to the next one. Let's talk Manny Pacquiao, who I've covered quite a lot in my most recent videos. So I'm going to try and keep this one as short as possible, my guys, my people. Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old, the legend, coming out of retirement, a retirement of 4 years or so, to face WBC welterweight champion in Marios Barios come the 19th of July. Pacquiao hoping he can break his own record of being the oldest champion in the history of the welterweight, my guys, my people. And should he be able to accomplish that feat, then he may potentially meet Brian Norman, who is hunting for Manny Pacquiao. He says he wants Manny Pacquiao because he's always wanted that WBC strap. And of course, Manny Pacquiao being a legendary name he can have on his record. No mention at all of the fact that Manny Pacquiao right now could not potentially, he's still a box office name, so the money that he brings to the table, you know. Brian Norman doesn't mention that, because to hell with Pacquiao's legendary name, he's not going to get any credit for having Pacquiao's name on his record at this stage that he's at now, advanced at age 46. No way, my guys, my people. You know, Brian Norman, who is the WBO champion in the welterweight division. We saw what he did to Jin Sasaki this past, in the weekend, right? What he did to Jin Sasaki 2 weekends ago. Dear Lord. Rendered Sasaki into a state of amnesia. Sasaki can't remember anything that's happened in the 6 weeks before that. So the past 6 weeks before his fight, he can't remember a damn thing, my guys, my people. So if he can do that to Sasaki, imagine what he can do to Manny Pacquiao. I'll leave that for you guys to think about. Another name Pacquiao could go up against is, of course, Jack Catterall. But Catterall's trainer, Jamie Moore, he says, nope, we don't like that fight. Simply because he believes that Catterall could pose severe danger to Manny Pacquiao, because this is a young man's game. You know, and although they would like a title shot, that is not the path that they want to take. But I doubt that is what he's worried about. You know, because if Pacquiao beats Barrios, then that means he could potentially beat Catterall as well. Catterall, who is rebuilding his career now with 2 losses and starting afresh in a whole new division. He's due to debut in the welterweight division come the 5th of July against Harlem Eubank, my guys, my people. But if he was to beat Harlem Eubank and go on and fight Pacquiao and lose, that would be catastrophic for his career, my guys, my people. Absolutely catastrophic. And we do know Catterall to underperform at times. We saw in his last fight against Arnold Barboza, where he lost via split decision. Arnold Barboza, who he termed as a B-level fighter, right? He let a B-level fighter beat him. So if Pacquiao beats him, only God knows, my guys, my people. But look, Pacquiao, who's been hunting for Connor Benn. Okay, Connor Benn also wouldn't mind that fight. He says yes, he would like that fight, of course. Connor Benn, who says he wants the WBC strap because it's very important to his family history. Of course, his father, Nigel Benn, also held that strap, my guys, my people. And so Connor Benn will also want that to be something that he can get his hands on as well. And so very much like Brian Norman, right? You know, but Connor Benn, his reasons are more legitimate, because before he entered into his epic fight with Chris Eubank Jr. In April gone, he was in conversations with Marios Barios to get a shot at that WBC strap, only for those conversations to come to an end because he chose to fight Eubank instead, my guys, my people. But as for now, the rematch with Eubank is first priority. And according to Eddie Hearn, he says that fight there, the rematch, is already signed and sealed. It's only now they are looking for a right time, a date for that fight to take place in, because the original predicted time of September may not be when the fight will happen, my guys, my people. So it's just a matter of waiting now, my guys, my people. But after that Eubank fight, it could be Connor Benn and Manny Pacquiao, which would be huge box office, I reckon, regardless that Pacquiao is 46 years old. With that said, let's move on to the next one, my guys, my people. Okay, now let's move on to Derek Chisora. Chisora, absolutely hilarious, man. He cracks me up in every interview, I can't lie. The latest one with Talk Sports, and yeah, he talks about Dylian Whyte. He says that Dylian Whyte, who is due to fight Moses Itauma in Saudi Arabia come the 16th of August, my guys, my people, that opportunity to fight Itauma was actually presented to him first. And he said, well, how much? They said 2 million. He said, nah, I'm not taking that fight. I am out. For obvious reasons, my guys, my people. As he gives for why he thinks Dylian Whyte has no chance of beating Moses Itauma. And I agree with him. Of course, Itauma is 20 years old, a very fast rising prospect, very skilled, and has power as well, my guys. A speed star. Speed is dangerous, my guys, my people, especially against a slow-footed veteran like Dylian Whyte. Come on, what do you think is going to happen? So I think, yeah, Dylian Whyte has no chance of beating Itauma. However, there are some questions that have been raised about Itauma, that he has not had enough rounds, and he's not been chin checked, and he's not been taken into deep waters. Can he survive any of these, my guys? And I think Dylian Whyte does have enough experience to survive the rounds, at least a few rounds, 6 rounds at least, before he gets taken out. You know, and he may well be the one to help us answer some of these questions, my guys, my people. I mean, Chisora himself should know. He's lost to Dylian Whyte twice. He's lost to Dylian Whyte twice, my guys, my people. So he should know that Dylian Whyte is not somebody that you can just walk over. And I don't think Itauma can just walk over him. Although I believe Dylian Whyte has no chance of beating Itauma. Chisora himself should know this, because he's lost twice already to Dylian Whyte. The first he lost via decision. The second time he got knocked out cold with Dylian's vicious left hook. Even Joseph Parker got knocked down twice when he fought Dylian Whyte with that vicious left hook. Povetkin got knocked out with that vicious left hook in their rematch, my guys, my people, after Dylian lost the first fight via a 4th round stoppage. But Dylian Whyte is very susceptible to the uppercut. Added with that, he is slowly declining in his career. Although he is a world level fighter, he's slowly declining. But in terms of that uppercut, super susceptible. Anthony Joshua first found it very early on in their career, took him out in the 7th round. Fury found it, I believe, was it 2022 or 2021? I think 2022. Took him out in the 6th round. And yeah, I've already mentioned Povetkin, who found it in their first fight, took him out in the 4th round. So Derek Chisora, I mean, Dylian Whyte is super susceptible to the uppercut, and I believe Itauma and team in training camp will be working on that uppercut to send Dylian Whyte into space straight up Bolivian, my guys, my people. Well, anyway, my guys. Yeah, Chisora, he says that Dylian Whyte no chance of beating Moses Itauma. In fact, somebody should call the police and the matchmaker needs to be arrested for attempted murder because he just believes Itauma totally obliterates, yeah, Dylian Whyte, my guys, my people. But Derek Chisora himself, who is now 41 years old, is hoping to retire in his 50th fight. And the names regarding that, right, that he could potentially face in his 50th bout is, of course, Dylian Whyte and Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker, my guys, my people. But he would much prefer the Parker fight. Parker, who is the WBO interim champion, my guys, my people. And he's hoping that once Dubois and Usyk settle their argument for undisputed come the 19th of July, that the belts may fragment after that, and him and, of course, Joseph Parker could argue who is going to be the WBC champion, my guys, my people. You know, great plan. Chisora says he is number 2 under the IBF, and he is next for a title shot since the number 1 position is vacant, my guys, my people. And he has been promised by Gustavo Oliveira, the IBF president, that yes, your position for a title shot is secure. You know, but Chisora, he's not 100% confident because he says this is his plan that he's come up with. However, because the promoters, he's very suspicious about them. He's not had the best of relationships with the promoters, my guys, my people, Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren, right? So he thinks the promoters may be spanners in the works and could derail his plan, my guys, my people. Be confident, Derek Chisora, man. Just hold on tight. You might just get that title shot. You might do. Or maybe you might get the chance to face Joseph Parker before the belts fragment, right? And it could be in September, as Frank Warren is saying. That is when Joseph Parker is fighting next. And Parker and Chisora, they don't mind facing up against one another, my guys, my people. So come September, we may well get that Chisora, Parker defends his WBO interim championship against Chisora. If not, then they could be fighting for the title come 2026, my guys, my people. That is if the titles should fragment, my guys, my people. With that said, moving on to what is being promoted as the biggest boxing event, my guys, my people, legacy wise or in terms of a big event in boxing, my guys, the biggest in 10 years. So they talking 10 or so years. That is since Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, my guys, my people. So this is going to be a big one. Terence Bud Crawford versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, the 13th of September in Las Vegas, my guys, my people, at the Allegiant Stadium. This is going to be a cracking fight, my guys, my people. And just as I predicted when I saw that picture with Turkey, Canelo and Crawford eating together, right? People had their suspicions saying, the fight is going to be rigged. Why are they not promoting the fight? Instead, they're mingling and making friends. No, it's not going to be rigged. Neither fighters want to rig this fight. They want to win, my guys, my people. You know, these are professionals, real professionals, my guys. They've not come all the way now in their career to have achieved so much just to throw it away, right? They're not coming to do that. They're getting paid well anyway, my guys, my people. So this is going to be a great fight, and the table setting there is just the setting for the quiet before the storm, as Mas Kellerman himself said, right, in the second presser. Good to have Mas Kellerman back, by the way. Since ESPN said they want no more with boxing, we have not seen Max Kellerman at all. So great to have him back. But he said, this is a storm brewing. This is a storm brewing, just like I said, my guys, my people. And we got some heat in the first presser that was in Saudi Arabia, You know, but before I talk about the second presser, my guys, my people, the interview with Crawford, Canelo, and Piers Morgan, for the most part, Piers Morgan really annoying with his questions. You know, first of all, it seemed like he was interrogating Terence Bud Crawford about when he got shot. Terence Bud Crawford is saying wrong place at the wrong time, and Piers Morgan is interrogating him, saying, "Are you sure?" It's a matter of come on, man. Are you the police? Why are you interrogating the man? Let's talk boxing, my guys, my people. And then he asked Crawford and Canelo, "Could you knock me out with one punch?" Yes, I get it. You're trying to build some sort of old man rapport with these two fighters, right? You know, but leave that for behind the cameras, right? Leave that for behind the cameras, my guys, my people. Yeah, absolutely unnecessary questions there. So those were the downsides of that interview. But I picked out a few things from that interview. One particular thing that I will share with you is Crawford, when asked how much of a chance do you think you have to beat Canelo, he said 70% chance, 70-30, with him giving himself, of course, 70%, because he says he's never 100% confident he's going to win when he goes into a fight, my guys, my people, which is understandable, just to keep you on your tippy toes, my guys, so you don't slip on your own confidence, my guys, my people. You know, however, he says he's going to take away whatever Canelo has. And as for Canelo, after playing around a little bit, he then went on to say he's 100% confident. But he did admit that Crawford, there are a few things that Crawford does better than him. And that was very interesting. That was very interesting. Even though it did say that once they step in the ring with him, though, they find out that it's not so easy to get a win from me. Yeah. And yeah, obviously you'll be right on that point, but him admitting there are a few things Crawford does better than him, that was shocking. That was shocking. But the second press conference, my guys, we got a bit of heat in the first one, tension, but the second presser got live, my guys, especially at the face-off. Oh boy, oh boy. The presser itself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, I found it very hilarious that he was begging for a smaller ring from Turkey Al Sheikh, because he says he hopes Crawford doesn't run, right? He said, "Give us a smaller ring," he said. "Give us a smaller ring, and so we can make an entertaining fight." Shocking, absolutely shocking. Very shocking. Crawford answered back to him, says, "The only running I'll be doing is I'll be running on your head, and you got a big head." Canelo didn't have no reply. Canelo didn't have no reply. It was also great to have Dana White there. His whole idea of running two combat events in one night, my guys, my people, two huge combat events in one night, and you know, on the same platform. One, well, viewers from one would basically just go directly into watching the next one. I thought great idea, my guys, and that would up the viewership big time, my guys, my people, I reckon. You know, is it on two separate platforms? I didn't quite get that part there. Well, anyway, great idea by Dana White, and I think definitely the right man to promote this show. You know, yeah, but the face-off itself, when Crawford, he started walking down on Canelo, getting in his face, and Canelo, he did not feel comfortable having to be the man to be, you know, stepping backwards in that situation there. But that goes to show you that Canelo, I mean, Canelo's a dog, but Crawford is a purebred wolf. Don't play. He's a purebred wolf, and he's already showing us what's to come. That look, he's not going to run. He's looking to knock the hell out of Canelo. Trust me. Canelo, who can't cut off the ring, asking for a smaller ring. Once Crawford gets those angles on him, the master of catch and shoot Crawford, man, I know Canelo's got a chin. He's got a granite chin, so we might not get the knockout, but I'm predicting it might be an easy win for Crawford. I'm predicting. It might be an easy decision for Crawford, my guys, my people. I did like the fact that they are not going to have a bonus for a KO in this fight. It's better they have the bonus for who wins. And yeah, Turkey says 1 million for whoever who wins the fight, my guys, my people. I really like that because it's not focusing so much on getting KOs, because that takes away the message on what the sport is all about. It's not all about just KOs. It's the beautiful science. Floyd Mayweather and Canelo, beautiful science, no KO, great fight. We had Bivol Better Beef, no knockouts, beautiful science. The two of the best events that we've had this year. From last year and this year, right? Bivol and Better Beef 1 and 2. So there you go. Connor Benn, Chris Eubank, where was the knockout? Great fight, my guys, my people. But that bonus would be an incentive to put on a great show, my guys, my people. But with that said, that's all I have for you on this one, my guys, my people. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below, and as always, stay super blessed.